Hello everyone, I am Ashwini Saurabh Metras from Department of Statistics, RBNB College, Srirampur. We have seen the Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient, that is R equals to covariance between xy divided by sigma x into sigma y. There are some demerits of this correlation coefficient that we cannot compute it for qualitative data. So in that case, we cannot use Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient. So to overcome this demerit, we use the rank correlation coefficient given by Spearman's. So let us study the Spearman's correlation coefficient. So this correlation coefficient is computed by using the ranks given to qualitative data. So let us see some definition first. So rank is the number given to observation according to its merit. So we assign the observation either in increasing or decreasing order of the magnitude, and then we assign the rank to each observation in the data. So this is called rank, and this procedure is called as ranking. So ranking means ordered arrangement of observations according to their merit. So this is called ranking. Now let's see the next definition, which is style. Sometimes it may happen that two or more observations possess same merit or same scores. So in that case, we say that tie occurred. So tie is said to occur if two or more observations possess same merit. Suppose we have a data of a students and we have recorded their scores in exam. Then we can give the rank to each student according to their merit. If two or more students have same scores in the subject, so in that case we say that the tie is occurred between them. Let us see the derivation of Spearman's rank correlation coefficient. So it is derived by using this formula R equal to covariance between xy upon sigma x sigma y. So this is Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient, and we are using this formula to derive the Spearman's rank correlation coefficient. Generally it is denoted by capital R. So Spearman's correlation coefficient is denoted by capital R. Suppose we have observations on variable x and y. Then we have these pairs x1, y1, x2, y2 and so on xn, yn. So we have n pairs of observation in the data. So if we give the rank to the observation, let us call these ranks as x1, x2, so on xn, and y1, y2, so on yn. So we have given ranks to the observation according to their merit. Now let us compute the mean, variance and covariance terms and then substitute in the formula of Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient to get the formula of capital R, that is Spearman's rank correlation coefficient. So since x1, x2, so on xn and y1, y2, so on yn are the ranks, so we must have summation of xi equals to 1, 2, so on plus n. So this is the summation of first n natural number, and we know that the formula is n into n plus 1 upon 2. Similarly, we can write summation of yi as 1 plus 2 plus so on plus n, which is n into n plus 1 upon 2. Now let us compute the mean. So x bar and y bar both can be given as, so in numerator we have to write the addition of observation. So we will write n into n plus 1 upon 2, and at the denominator total number of observation. So there are n pairs. Now after solving this, we get x bar and y bar both are same and equal to n plus 1 upon 2. So these are the mean. Now let us compute the variances of x and y. We know the formula of variance of x, which is 1 upon n summation of xi square minus x bar square. Okay, then summation xi square means the sum of squares of the numbers. So we have to write 1 square plus 2 square plus so on plus n square. And we know the formula for this, which is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 upon 6. So here I can write as a summation yi square also. So summation xi square or summation yi square is the sum of squares of first n natural numbers, and this is the formula for it. Let us compute the variances from this. So variance of x or variance of y, which can be denoted by sigma x square and sigma y square. So these are given by, let us substitute it, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 upon 6 and minus, the formula of variance is minus x bar square. So n plus 1 upon 2 bracket square. Let us solve this. We can take its LCM also. So we have LCM as a 12. Let us multiply this by 2 and this numerator by 3. Then we have, this will be 4. Here I have to write n, and this n get cancelled. Then further 4n square multiplying by 2, so plus 6n plus 2, and minus, here I am multiplying it by 3. So we have 3n square minus 6n and minus 3. And by solving this, we get this 6n cancelled. So n square minus 1 upon 12. So these are sigma x square and sigma y square. These are the variances of the ranks. Now we require the standard deviation. So I can write sigma x and sigma y, that is standard deviation, as a square root of this variance, that is root of n square minus 1 upon 12. Now we have the mean and standard deviation of x and y. Let us compute the covariance term. Covariance between xy is given by 1 upon n into summation of xi yi minus x bar y bar. Okay, let us give this as a equation number 1. We want to obtain this term, that is summation of xi yi. For that purpose, let us take this di as a difference between the ranks. So xi minus yi, we can take its square. So we have this, and let us take the summation of this di. So summation of xi minus yi bracket square. Now we can solve this bracket square as xi square minus twice xi yi plus yi square. Now take this summation sign to each. Which is summation of di square. Now we want this term. So arrange this. So 2 times summation of xi yi equal to summation xi square plus summation yi square minus summation di square. We know that summation xi square and yi square, so these are the sum of squares of the ranks. So we have n into n plus 1, 2n plus 1 upon 6. Again it is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 upon 6 and minus summation di square. Now we can add these two terms. So we have n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 upon, so this 6 plus 6, so we have 3 minus summation of di square. Now let us take this 2 to this side. So we have upon 6 again. So this is summation of xi, yi, and here I have to write divide by 2. Let us multiply both sides with 1 upon n. So we have, this is 6n and this is 2n. Now let us substitute this term in the formula, that is in equation number 1. So we have this n get cancelled. So we have n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6 minus summation di square upon 2n, and this is x bar into y bar. So both are same, so we can write its square. Now let us solve this term to get the covariance. So we have the first and last term can be solved, which we have already solved in solving the variance. So I will write here directly n square minus 1 upon 12 minus summation di square upon 2n. So this is the covariance between xy. Now we can obtain the Spearman's rank correlation coefficient by using the Karl-Pearson's formula, which is written here. Now let us substitute the covariance sigma x and sigma y in this formula to get R. So R will be equal to n square minus 1 upon 12 minus summation di square upon 2n whole divided by, this is root of n square minus 1 upon 12. Now we can observe that these are the same term. So we can take just n square minus 1 here. Now let us solve this. So we have n square minus 1 upon 12 minus, and this will be summation di square upon 2n divided by n square minus 1 upon 12. So let us solve this further. We get R as 1 minus 6 into summation di square upon n into n square minus 1. So this is the final formula of Spearman's rank correlation coefficient. So this is derived as this. Note that this formula is simple than the Karl-Pearson's correlation coefficient, because here we just have to assign the ranks to given observation, and then we have to obtain the difference between rank, square it, and just substitute the values to get capital R. So in case of Karl-Pearson, we have to obtain many terms such as covariance, variance, and then substitute. So comparing with Karl-Pearson, this formula is simple. And also the Spearman's rank correlation coefficient can be also used for a quantitative data also, that is when there is a numeric data we can calculate it. And then since this formula is derived from Karl-Pearson's correlation coefficient, the range of capital R must be in -1 to 1. Let us prove this result. The result is capital R lies between -1 and 1. So this result can be proved by taking the two cases. Case 1, when there is a perfect correlation, perfect positive correlation between X and Y, then X and Y must have same rank. If they have same rank, then the difference between rank must be 0. So in first case, that is the perfect positive correlation case, then the difference between the rank are same, so difference is 0. So summation of di square must be 0, and if we substitute this value in the formula of R, then we have 1 minus 0 equal to 1. So maximum value of R is 1, so R must be less or equal to 1. So this is the case 1. Now let us study the case 2. So if there is a perfect negative correlation between X and Y, in this case the ranks are in exactly opposite. So X and Y, the ranks must be like this. So 1, 2, so on n. If they are ranks, then the variable Y must have rank n, n minus 1, so on n minus r plus 1 and so on 1. So these are the ranks of X and Y which are in exactly opposite direction. So we must have X plus Y as a constant, which is n plus 1. If we calculate its variance, we know that the variance of a constant is always 0. So variance of X plus Y is equal to 0. Now let us put the formula of this variance of X plus Y, because we know that from the linear combination of X and Y, its variance can be calculated as variance of X plus variance of Y plus twice covariance of XY. So here is the formula of variance of X plus Y. Let us put this 0. We know the variance of X and variance of Y for the ranks, so which is n square minus 1 upon 12. So for both these two, we can write n square minus 1 upon 12 plus this is twice covariance of xy. Now let us solve this. So we have covariance of x comma y is equal to minus of n square minus 1 upon 12 by solving this term. Now let us substitute this covariance term in the formula of R. So R is written from Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient as this. If we substitute the values, we have minus of upon 12 divided by root of n square minus 1 upon 12, which is minus 1. So minimum value of R we get as R equal to minus 1, means R must be greater than or equal to minus 1. So from both the result, both the cases, we can write R lies between minus 1 and 1. So the range of Spearman's rank correlation coefficient is between minus 1 and 1. So let us obtain the rank correlation coefficient when there is a tie. So the tie is said to occur if two or more observations have same merit. Means let us consider the data of scores of a student. Suppose the third and fourth student have same scores, so we have to give common rank to both the student. So the common rank is the average of these two ranks, which is 3.5. So the third student and fourth student must assign the rank as 3.5. Similarly, if the 6th, 7th and 8th student have same scores, then we have to give equal rank or common rank to 3 of these students. So which is the average of 6, 7 and 8 as 7. So we must assign the rank 7 to all of these 3 students. Here we can note that the length of tie is 3 here, let us denote it by m, and length of tie is equal to 2 here, because 2 students have same mark here, so length of tie is 2, and here 3 students have same score, so length of a tie is 3, and from this we can derive the formula for Spearman's rank correlation coefficient, so with ties, and it is, so if there is a tie, then this summation di square must be corrected by adding m into m square minus 1 upon 12. So for each observation in x and y which are repeated, so whenever there is a tie, we have to add these terms for x and y separately. Let this tx is the summation of m into m square minus 1 upon 12 in case of x, and ty is the total, that is m into m square minus 1 upon 12 for y. Then the formula for r is corrected, which is like this. So this is the corrected formula for Spearman's rank correlation coefficient whenever there are ties. And this formula is a little bit complicated, so if these are the complications occur, then we can use the simple Karl-Pearson's correlation coefficient formula, and which will give the same results. So today we have learned the Spearman's rank correlation coefficient formula, and the result that it lies between -1 and 1. Also we have studied the formula whenever there are ties. So thanks for watching me.